shouldn't know. I got secrets.
Good morning, Stephanie Kemmerman, the Stock Whisperer, here with today's daily dark pool whisper for January 15th, 2020. So we're going to start with the SPY, which has really been consolidating for the past 1, 2, 3, 5. Well, today's the 5th day if we stayed here, but really 4 days of consolidation. We are going to be bullish above 328 today and bearish if we go below 327, because if you recall, we did have some really big real-time prints the other day just above it. So if we did dip below that, that's when we could see a retracement trade down to the 8. We do that every once in a while. When we're riding the 4 train, sometimes we'll dip down to the 8 before hopping back up again. So that trade is, really down to 326. And I did put that right here, retracement to the 8 EMA. That's what that means. When you see me do that on the daily chart, we're always looking at the daily chart. Then, of course, if we went below the 8, then we have a whole other set of targets below that. But that is the first couple trades. And let's go on to the E-minis. I checked out that pre-market volume, and we're going to be bullish above 3287.50, and we're going to be bearish below 3280. It's pretty tight range right now. Let's check the Russell. That was a great trade yesterday. Thanks for the call outs in the Java pit, by the way. IWM bullish above 167 and bearish below 165.50. Let's go to QQQ. We're going to be bullish above 221 today and bearish below 219.80. And the NASDAQ futures bullish above 90.65. We already had a little bit of a run this morning and hit 2 targets. Now in this situation, if I was watching it, where do you enter? I would enter above 90.70. Yeah, whenever we have that V shape, we go down below a major level. These are all major levels, the $5 increments. Yeah, the best entries are on the way up through them with volume increasing. So that's just something to look out for. People always ask me, well, what if the whisper levels were hit? Where do I enter next? And that's definitely what I use. So bearish below 90.40. Let's go to the Dow futures. YM bullish above 28.950. Bearish below 28.850. Let's go to the oil futures. I just have to bring my Thinkorswim down for that. Just make this bigger so we can see this. All right, so oil futures, just zoom out just a tad here. We are going to be bullish above 58.50. Yeah, I really want to go above this Camarilla resistance, and that's my trade to the upside, and bearish below 57.80. So below here would be my trade to the downside for oil futures. Let's just go to the gold futures while we're here. All right, gold futures. We are going to be bullish above 15.55, so that's above here. And we're going to be bearish below 15.50, which we did go and we did hit. Looks like we hit my first target, 15.47. Did we hit that? Yep, we went down to 15.47.30. So in this situation, where are we going to get in on our next trade? Well, if we break below 15.47.50, or even maybe 15.48 on the way down. All right, so if we were to move down below here, that would be my next trade setup. Okay, let's go to individual stocks. And I do teach all of this in boot camp, so don't worry, you guys that are in right now. You only have to wait a couple more weeks till boot camp, February 10th to the 14th. If anybody's interested in joining that class, you can shoot me out an email, Stephanie with an F, at thestockwhisperer.com. Okay, so let's go to BAC. Bank of America had the earliest earnings. Thank you, Susie, for calling that out, by the way. I don't think I've ever seen that. Have you guys ever seen that? Bank of America coming out here. I'll show you really early in the morning. 346, 351 here. That was the earliest I've ever seen happen. Yeah. It's really, yeah. So thank you, Susie, for that call out. Yeah, so how are we going to trade this? Well, we had that 5 million print recently at 34.81. We've kind of up thrusted this morning on it. Yep, the sellers came in right here. The bigger picture, the swing picture, yeah, if we close below that, I got to go short. Okay, so I'm more of a swing trader than a day trader. And that is where I draw the line in the sand, you guys. So definitely watch that. In fact, I'm going to like underline that level. That's really huge. For a day trader though, bearish below 35.12 down to 35. I did put it right here, 34.81. A lot of times they like to retest those dark pool prints. So that's why that is a target. See if they want to buy some more there. If they don't and we close weaker, yep, that's going to be bearish. Let's go to the next one, Beyond. Beyond, that rocked in the Java pit. Yeah. Otis, great trade on that. I had a fantastic longer term swing on it. I sold 3/4 of my position. I'm out. Just holding the last quarter, break even or go big, which I absolutely love. But for today, we're going to be bullish above 1550 and bearish below 112. We've already gone below, and this is why as soon as I'm done mapping out these whispers in the morning, I kind of send them out individually or in groups of 3. So watch those levels. All right, and and if you miss a level, you just hop on to the next one. And if you miss the trade, move on to the next one, okay? So let's go to Apple. That's also been a really big winner. Yesterday, though, looks like some sellers came in yesterday. We have high volume. Look at that. Yeah, high volume bar. Retracement to the 4. So we're going to be bullish above 314.50. I wanted to kind of go above this 200 simple moving average on a 5-minute chart for that day trade today. But 315 is a major level. So that's really bullish if we could break above that today. Bearish below 310.50. So the trade I pointed out to the short side is really that space in between the 4 and the 8 EMA. Yep, that would be that short trade. Kind of now we're in a no trade zone for me. Let's go to Tesla because that has been amazing. Yeah, what a great trade. Looks like a hanging man on the daily chart. Yep, we have to see what today's candle brings, but the bulls could be running out of steam on this one. We did have a pretty big unusual options activity on the put side yesterday. I posted that in the Java Pit trading room. So today, bullish above 537.50. Yeah, that's a major level. $12.50 increments are really strong on this one. Bearish below 530. We are approaching that. And that's really going to be like a retracement trade down to the 4 EMA. That'd be our first trade. Usually we bounce. And then the second test, if we can't hold it, then we normally come down to the 8, like we did right here. See that? Came down to the 8 and bounced off of it. It's a very popular pattern. Let's go to Target. Thank you. I think Pinky called this one out. Yeah, Target did not have good news this morning. Bullish above 119 for a retracement trade back to the 4 EMA. That's another popular pattern. You get retracements back to this pink line, the 4 exponential moving average on the daily chart. Bearish below 114. Yep, if we go down and retest that 114 level again, that would be bearish. Okay, let's go to the next one. I have a lot of whispers today. Tilray. Yeah, active this morning. 2250 is a key level. It's just a strong level that computers love to sell. But it's also the 100 moving average on the daily chart. So the trade setup I like to the long side is like right here from 2250 up to 25 area. trade on, but the last eighth is the most expensive eighth in the entire world. That's why my last target is 24.85, and that's also R2 on Person's Pivots. Bearish below 21 for a retracement trade back down. Let's go to AMD. Oh, Susie Q also called out target. Thank you, Susie. That's the best part about our room. We really don't miss too much. Yeah, we have hundreds of traders that are calling out stuff all day long. So thank you to everybody. AMD, we're going to be bullish above 49 and bearish below 47.87. We had some pretty big prints here. That's what I'm using, 48.86. And, you know, this is kind of more of a swing trade. I like the swing trade. AMD earnings, though, are January 28th after the market close, but they are not confirmed. So they could change that date. All right, but yeah, this is what I'm watching. Let's go to TLT, Dynamite, you guys. We had the massive print on that yesterday. Holy cow. 6.6 million. Yeah, that's big. This is going to have a big move. Let's see if we splash. Now, here's a scenario. We could splash first, which the stock moves in the opposite direction of the intended move. So we could even splash to 140. So there's a short-term trade up to there. And then if we move down below the print, below 138.82, that's when we go, you know what, short. Okay? Or maybe we won't splash. Maybe we'll go up to 140, pull back a little bit, then hit 140 and race higher. That would be uber bullish. So I'm prepared. We put on a strangle yesterday in the Java pit, going out 4 weeks. Yeah, we bought those 143 calls and we bought those 134 puts, going out 4 weeks. The most important thing, you know, is to add to the right side, but know that there could be a splash the first couple days. So next week, yeah, if we stay above that print, we're going to add aggressively to the long side. And if we go below the print, we'll add aggressively to the short side. But don't take your eyes off this one. This is huge. You know, back in April, this best trade of my year. Okay, so that's why I'm so excited right now. Is back in April, we had about 13 million. Remember that? And look at the move we had. So if we have half that move, I'll take it. All right, so definitely keep your eye on TLT. Let's go to NEO. Bearish below 138.50, by the way. If we go below the print, yep. But just keep in mind, massive prints sometimes have massive splashes, although back in April it was not a massive splash. Yeah, but normally they do. Let's go to NEO. Bullish above 440. I did see a seller there this morning. He's still there. Actually, he came in here. Look, there's a bigger one right now at 435. And so I'll be bullish above all that. 440. Bearish below 412. There was a buyer at 420. It looks like he got taken out. Yep. Let's see if there's anybody bigger. Oh, yeah, 410. There's a little bit of guy there. All right. Let's go to pins. Yeah, Pinterest. Pinterest had a lot of volume this morning. Bullish above 2250. Already hit one of my targets. So how would you approach this? If we break above 2275, that's my next entry. 76. Or maybe let it make a new high. 77. Put your stop at 72. Okay, that's what I would do for a day trade on that if we do move higher again. Let's go to Teva. Bullish above 1025. Don't like pharmaceuticals. I would only do options on this. They do get halted, but I just love the chart. I mean, look at this chart. Yeah, so there's a lot of room. Look at the volume that came in here. So I would particularly buy like those 10, 50, or 11 calls going out like next week is how I would play that. They're probably dirt cheap. Just in case something happens with one of the drugs. Yeah, so please be careful. Kronos, Bullish above 820, bearish below 760 for Kronos. And last but certainly not least, I feel like we need a drum roll for Goldman Sachs. Yeah, they missed, you guys. I don't know what their excuse is. I'm sure they'll come up with something. But look, you know, not only did this stock has been just ripping up and they missed. So this could get ugly, folks. Yep, especially when the stock has gone up. If the stock has been going down, say it was different and we were going down like that, and they missed, I have seen it go up the stock because it's already been incorporated. But when you have a major rally up and then they miss their earnings, not pretty. But I'm not going to be a fundamentalist. I'm just going to trade the levels. And we'll be bullish above 245 for retracement trade back to the pivot. But really above 250, yeah, if we could close above 250, I would turn into the biggest Uber bull you've seen on Goldman Sachs. I don't care about the earnings. I don't think that's going to happen, all right? But I do have my level in the sand, and that's the most important thing that I could teach you guys. Bearish below 241. So there you have it. Those are your whispers. Until next time, happy trading.
That's my secret. Gonna keep it my secret. My secret.